What do you do when your teen flunks the whole year of school? School's out and you find out that your teenager didn't make it. In this video, we're going to look at how to handle finding out your teen flunked out and how to move forward. You had to see it coming. There was probably a lot of frustration along the way. Your teen was not doing their homework, told you that they're getting their assignments done only to find out they weren't, and constantly missing the bus or being late for class. Signs of depression, isolation, spending more time in their room, subtle to obvious changes in behavior. All these things were signs that things were probably not going well throughout the school year. No doubt you did what you could, but it wasn't enough. Sometimes as parents, we want to take on more than we should. We want to blame ourselves, wonder what we could have done different, or what else we could have done to support our teenagers. This is also normal, but leaves you as a parent feeling very frustrated and possibly even angry. Before we go any further, make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit the bell for weekly parenting tips and encouragement. That's the goal and purpose of this channel. But being upset, angry, frustrated are all normal responses to getting the news that you probably had a feeling was coming anyway. Your teenager flunked their whole school year, or part of it. We want our teens to do well. As parents, we want the best for our children. But the best thing you can do is just let it go. I know this is easier said than done, and I'm not saying to minimize it and like it's no big deal. But focusing on being angry about something that's already done is not productive for you or your teen. Forgive them, support them, and encourage them that you both will get through this. This is the first step in being able to move forward, is to let them know that it's not okay necessarily that they flunked, but it is going to be okay. Acknowledge that it is upsetting to you. Acknowledge and validate their feelings also. Don't assume that it's no big deal to them. It's hard for our teenagers to not perform, especially in this society and with their peers. Sometimes our teens go through things and for whatever reason don't feel like they can reach out. Maybe they didn't want to seem like they were dumb or incapable of performing at a level that most of their peers were. If your teenager has an IEP, maybe the IEP didn't really address their academic and social needs. There's a good chance that they are feeling sad and depressed and that they flunked also. Now it's time to move forward. And sometimes moving forward can be different. But like I said, the first step is letting it go, forgiving your teenager and forgiving yourself, and not being hard on yourself and feeling like you should have or could have done something different or more. The important thing is that you look to the learning opportunities. Situations like this can have life lessons that are valuable, priceless. This is a golden opportunity for teaching them how to be an overcomer and not let setbacks debilitate them. So often we get caught up and focus on the past, and we're not able to move forward or see the opportunities for learning and being able to not only move forward but excel in these situations. Sit with your teen and identify the options for moving forward. What are the different things that can be considered? What options are available for credit recovery? Is the school they're going to the right setting for their present learning ability? Help them to feel safe to talk about and express their challenges and their feelings of what the barriers they faced were. These may not only be social or academic challenges, but there could be something else that is there that is not identified. It's important to help them talk about what's going on with them. Acknowledge them as being really the expert on who they are and what their needs are. Moving forward can be difficult and even frustrating if we don't have the information that we need. A moving forward plan is important to have so that when you go into the next year, you both are on the same page and have the same plan. Be sure to support them in their challenges in the moving forward plan. This plan can be written, or it can be just something that is discussed and agreed upon between you. But whatever you choose, make sure that you and your team have a plan to move forward and how that will happen and what will take place and what the expectations are of both you and your team. Help them see the natural consequences. Moving forward doesn't mean that you just don't acknowledge that there are going to be consequences or that there won't be natural consequences. Part of the learning opportunity in moving forward is to help them see that there is consequences for their actions and decisions. For example, they may be going to a different school or charter school that is more helpful and suitable as well as supportive for their needs. This can be difficult since they aren't going to be with their friends at a different school, and that it will kind of show that they are having struggles, and this may be difficult because this is the very thing that they were trying to cover up throughout the previous school year. That's just an example of what your teen could be going through. Peer pressure is more difficult and stressful today than ever before. Your teenager is likely to not be going to school with their friends at a different school, and so they will be making new friends. It's important to talk about this and help them through the process of accepting this. Encourage them to think forward and identify natural consequences to their actions and decisions, not just in this setting of flunking school, but in other situations that they will face in life. Remember, it's not the end of the world. This could be a new beginning you could have never seen. Someday you might be sitting with your teenager as a young or adult and look back on this and be thankful for this situation. Allow this situation, as difficult as it may be, to be something that you and your teen can work through together and bring you closer together. Your teen flunked the whole year. They didn't flunk life. And it's not the end of the world. Love your teen. One day, as I mentioned, you'll look back and you'll see how they overcame this, and you'll be able to encourage them and be proud of them for how they overcame this obstacle in their life and were able to overcome others as well. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. I want to encourage you to look forward with your teen, enjoy them. You only have this moment in life with them and will never have it again. So look forward to the next moment, and as they grow, make sure that they know you're behind them. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you for watching.